catalyst was a double play ball grounded to the shortstop, who threw to the second baseman, who bobbled the throw and dropped it during the pivot. I did everything I was supposed to do and was in position to see the second baseman receive the ball. I watched it settle in his glove. I watched him juggle and lose it, but only after he pulled the ball out with his throwing hand. I made the proper signal, a demonstrative and exaggerated mimicking of the fielder's yanking the ball out of his glove, and repeated it twice. He's out! He's out! He's pulling it out! Then I banged on the imaginary door with my right fist. Yeah! A perfect umpire school out mechanic. That was when Sarge came tearing out of the dugout, howling. What the fuck is going on out here? He was pulling it out of his glove, Skip. You saw it as well as I did. Bullshit! He screamed. You didn't see it. You weren't even in position. I was right where I had to be, Skip. Don't tell me I'm not doing my job. That only ratcheted up his temper. Don't tell me what to tell you, he said. He yelled, with his hands on his hips and his chin tilted up at me and his face contorted in rage. He charged me and our chest bumped hard. That's a bump, Sarge, I yelled back and threw my right hand and arm over my head toward the dugout. You're out of here! Throwing guys out of the game is really one of the great unsung pleasures. Instead of leaving, he stepped in closer to me until we were just about nose to nose and I could smell his breath. I'm out of here? I'm out of here? We're busting our asses trying to win a pennant and you're screwing it up for us and all you can do is throw me out? That's horseshit! All right, that's enough. You've had your say, now go sit down. I'll tell you it's enough, when it's enough, and so on and so on. I may be recounting this from memory, but somebody snapped a photo of the scene and sent it to me. And I have it here in front of me as I'm writing. It's amazing. I rarely get so demonstrative or loud in anger. I'm too self-conscious generally to release the governor on that kind of emotion. But Sarge and I are really going at it, and the fury in the moment is unmistakable. It's a close-up shot, cutting us off at the shoulders, taken from the side, and just a little in front of me. Sarge is a few inches shorter than I am, so his head is tilted slightly upward, and mine is tilted down. But I've got the bill of my cap under the bill of his. Our noses are maybe 2 inches apart, and both our mouths are going, first in the exchange of bile. His chin is jutting aggressively. One of the cords in my neck is bulging, and the one nostril of mine you can see is flared. The photo makes it perfectly clear that either our acting is extraordinary or our emotion is real. Either way, in that moment, we were hopping mad at each other, and finally, when Sarge stormed off the field, he kept looking over his shoulder and yelling. I do recall exactly what he said to me then. That's all you can do, throw people out, he said. You make a bad call and I get thrown out. I stood there with my hands on my hips and watched him go, trying to keep a placid expression on my face. You'll never be a major leaguer, he said. Put that in your fucking book.